Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I wanted to get a new type of video out here for y'all. This is more of a budget-friendly type of video. There's a lot of comments on my videos mentioning free to earn, budget-friendly type of games. So I wanted to try a new series here where I take a look at the big name games. Today we're going to look at Castles uh, and show you potential budget-friendly approaches to the game. Um, Understanding that when we're talking about the budget-friendly, everybody's budget-friendly is a little bit different. For example, a whale's budget-friendly could be 5,000 wax. A new person's budget-friendly could be 20 wax. So with the understanding that there's going to be some variance and everyone's going to have a little bit of a different budget-friendly type of perspective to this, I want to go ahead and at least give some suggestions or some approaches that may work for you. They may not. Before we really dive into this, I want to go ahead and give the normal disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. Do something that makes sense for you, not copy what I'm just doing. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in here. Castles is a very big name right now. Um, it is making people lots of money. You're seeing a lot of videos. How I'm making $2,000 a month. How I'm making $5,000 a month off of Castles. But the issue is with a lot of those, they either got in super early or they have super big budgets. Um, what I wanted to do is right now, there just happens to be a very good opportunity, if it makes sense for you, to get into Castles without spending a boatload of money. Let's just check out the current situation, the one that most people take a look at. Lands and barons. If you are lucky enough to go ahead and get a baron or you got one early, oh gosh, you are making a boatload right now. Oops. Um, but as you can see from my end, I was not lucky. I'm still shooting for one. Um, there is a sale on April 1st that I think over 1,100 people are whitelisted for only 64 barons. Still a bit pricey, still out of a lot of people's budget range. I will personally be trying for one. I highly doubt I'll get one because, again, 1,100, 64, going to be gone in less than a second. So I'll give it a try, but doubt I'll get anything. But if you have a baron in the game right now, you are making a boatload. You are getting a land every single day, and the lands at minimum farms right now are going for 25 wax a piece. They were at a point up at 55, 60 wax a piece, so they have dropped down, and that's a combination of reasons. That's a combination of just the price got too high, plus the addition of the wax prices going higher, so you see everything kind of going down a little bit. But if you have a baron and you get, for example, a farm that's 25 wax, you can basically trade in a day. If you're lucky enough to get a ranch, then you're talking about close to 70 wax. And that's not including just holding on to them, blending them, or merging them, I should say, and growing your M source passive income. So, and let's just quick take a look at barons, how much they're going for right now, and just to show you how this approach, if you can't get in early on this, is just not it's not budget friendly. We'll say that. It costs close to $1,500 over 4,000 wax to get a Baron right now, unless you are lucky enough to grab it during that sale on April 1st, but it's still $250. All right, so what I wanted to show you today is an approach that's not focused on lands and barons, but still sets you up for a lot of success down the road and is relatively budget friendly. I'm going to show you two different approaches. It's very similar, but different budget ranges. One is going to be for 100 wax. One budget range is going to be in the 300 wax range. So depending on your budget, and please understand that this is at the time of the recording. The prices fluctuate, so this may not be good in 5 minutes or the time you're watching this. But as of right now, this approach is good, and it really is time limited. So I can't stress that enough. There right now is an event going on for crafting lumberjacks. In order to craft a lumberjack, it costs 100,000. I have to stress that because I said that wrong in a video earlier. 100,000 M source plus two seals. Essentially, if you go out and if you have lands and you're able to generate this passively, obviously it is cheap because you're getting it passively. But if you're brand new to the castle games, this to get one lumberjack that is fully charged, and I'll talk about the charges in a second, it costs a little less, around 100 wax. We'll say that because in order to go ahead and get 100,000 M source, it's around 79. And then to get the two seals that you need could be between 25 and 30. So it's around 100 wax. You may be able to find a cheaper price. I was able to find one pretty 10 wax for a seal yesterday. So there's the opportunities are out there. But essentially costs roughly around 100 to 110 wax to craft one lumberjack. And what the lumberjack does, it gives you two things. It gives you the lumberjack NFT and a chance to win the lottery. I'm not going to include a ton about the lottery, but they have almost 300 prizes in the lottery. So there's a good shot that you could win something that just is a bonus to this whole approach. If you get one lumberjack, it produces 2 to 3 logs per day for a 7-day cycle. Once that 7-day cycle is up, you do have to replenish it, and it's expensive to replenish it. So I'm taking that out of the equation. So for basically getting a 100 wax, getting just one lumberjack, I'm going to jump over to the white papers to show you the next few steps in the process. If you get one lumberjack, you'll get between 14 and 21 logs in that 7-day period, which will allow you to buy one or two carpenters, which is the next event that's coming up there. And what that'll do is those carpenters will create fine wood, which is going to be used in the next event, 70 fine wood. If you just have one lumberjack, the chances of you being able to get the courthouse is slim, but you have the opportunity to buy one carpenter for 9 wax, produce 14 to 21 fine logs, which are going to go for a decent penny on the secondary market, and then replenish it 2, maybe 3 times, depending on how many logs you got from that. So you're getting close to 80 fine wood. And if you go in the secondary market and you buy additional lumber, then you'll be able to get this. So this is just for getting one lumberjack. You have a chance at getting very close to the Royal Courthouse, which gives you passive wax. So that's one way to get in the game, and that's the most budget-friendly way I can see right now, spending roughly about 100 going in this route. Granted, there's some RNG. You may not get 21 logs from the lumberjack out of the 7 days. You may only get 14, so keep that in mind. The one that I would recommend, and actually the approach that I'm taking in this, is grabbing 3 lumberjacks, roughly between 300 and 330 wax, give or take, depending on when you're looking at this. What that'll give you is that gives you between, doing the math of let me actually, before, I'm going to do the math in my fancy calculator that I have here. That gives you between 42 and 63 logs. And then you can go ahead and use that in a way where what I'm going to do is, from a carpenter perspective, I'm going to use that and I'm going to buy 2 carpenters. 2 carpenters just to get them producing so you have enough fine wood in time for this crafting event. And then use the additional logs to both save up for this 25 and then also save up for the weekly recharges, which will give you plenty of fine wood. If you do the math, granted R&D is in there, and then potentially give you what you're going to need for the Explorers Guild. Um, so, so if you have these 2 items down the road, it gives you a lot of advantages in the next phase of castles. One, this gives you passive wax income from any royal seals that are produced. So that gives you passive. I don't know how much wax it's going to be. It could be a few wax a month. It could be a lot of wax a month. Who knows? And then it also gives you the Explorers Guild, which gives you passive rune source coin. The rune source token is going to be used in the dungeons, which is going to be the next expansion of castles. it sets you up to be ready for that. And then also down the road, if you continue to get more wax and you want to invest more, you can continue to produce lumber and fine wood. And fine wood is going to be used for the Explorer packs that I did a whole separate video on. So this is one budget-friendly way that you can go ahead and jump into a very popular game right now. Obviously, do your own research, make your own decisions, make sure that this game is the right situation for you. But I know there's a lot of hype around castles. I personally see the cost of land going down. Just so this is my thoughts. I think the cost of land is going to go down, especially as more packs are released, more barons are producing, and then these Explorer Guilds packs start coming out. Lands will go down, um, so you'll be able to buy those and produce those, but it does not mean the game is going to have an issue. With the expansion of the dungeon, and I think it's going to be a really good one based on the very little that we've heard so far. They're continuing to develop, and if you're in the Discord, they're very active, very much involved in the community. So I have very high hopes for this. And if you can still get in on a good approach, a good budget-friendly approach, it may be worth it for you to test out. I hope you like these kind of videos. If you do, please let me know down below, and I'll try and make some more for other very popular games that I believe have long-term uh, benefits and approaches, that not just a pump or dump month game that's a click to earn. I'm talking about long-term games. So if you're interested in budget-friendly approaches to many more long-term games, let me know. I'm looking for your feedback. I'll go ahead and start making more videos like this. Do the research, try and find some approaches that could work for people that have between 100 and 300 wax. I think it's worth it to be more people friendly, not just whale friendly approaches. So I hope you all have a great day. Thank you very much for your time, and have a great rest of your week. All right, I'll talk to you all later. Bye.